Ask a top AI chatbot a complex question about heart health in English, and you'll get a near-perfect answer. Ask that same question in Chinese or Arabic, and the accuracy drops dramatically. Why does the same AI help some people more than others? You might think this is just a bug, a simple glitch in the code. That AI bias is a new problem for our new technology. But what if this isn't a bug at all? What if it's a feature, a ghost of a decision made over 70 years ago? By the end of this video, you'll understand the hidden history of data that shapes our AI, why two countries dominate this technology, and why the simple solution of just adding more data is dangerously wrong. This is Shirley Page. In the 1950s, she worked at Kodak, and her face became the standard for calibrating photo printers. Her skin tone defined what normal looked like. For decades, photos of Black, Asian, or Hispanic families were poorly developed. Their features washed out because the machines weren't tuned to them. The turning point came when furniture and chocolate companies complained that dark wood and dark chocolate looked identical on film. The story of the Shirley card isn't about malicious intent. It's about a commercial default becoming a biased system. The same pattern occurred elsewhere. The US Census undercounted minorities, skewing representation and funding, and medical research used mostly white male subjects, leading to treatments that didn't work as well for women or people of color. This is the blueprint for the bias we see in AI today. In the 21st century, the default is no longer set by film chemistry, but by data. Two superpowers, the United States and China, now control a huge portion of the world's AI resources. 100 companies, mostly from these countries, account for nearly half of all corporate research and development in frontier technologies, and they produce the bulk of AI patents. Data centers are the factories of the AI age, and the US and China host most of the world's capacity. Languages follow the same pattern. Nearly half of all web content is in English. Chinese accounts for about 1%, and Arabic less than 1%. In the training data for influential models like GPT-3, English dominates. So when you train a model mostly on English, that language becomes the norm. The US dominates AI through 7 decades of sustained investment. DARPA funding since the 1960s launched foundational research at Stanford and MIT, creating institutional continuity through multiple AI winters. Unmatched venture capital, $109 billion in 2024, and corporate R&D exceeding $300 billion annually, fund frontier development, curious while immigration policies attract 59% of global AI talent. China rapidly caught up via $912 billion in government venture capital over 10 years, leveraging 1.4 billion citizens for unmatched data collection and permissive privacy regulations, enabling military-civil fusion. Both nations control 70% of global data center capacity and nearly all frontier AI compute. But here's the crucial asymmetry. 60% of web content is English, despite only 20% of the world speaking it natively. This means AI systems trained on internet data inherently favor English speakers' perspectives, creating language bias that advantages US companies building models that perform best in the language of global business and science. What happens when a model calibrated to one language is asked to operate in another? Just as a camera calibrated for light skin struggles with dark skin, a model trained on English struggles with Swahili or Arabic. Studies show that multilingual models can perform up to 15 points worse on low-resource languages compared with high-resource languages. Medical AI that's almost perfect in English drops to 85% accuracy in Chinese and does even worse in Arabic. The obvious solution seems to be just add more data from those languages. But it's not that simple. There's a trade-off between fairness and accuracy. Techniques that reduce bias, like giving more weight to underrepresented groups, can lower the model's overall accuracy. It's like trying to tune a radio. You reduce the static on one channel, but lose clarity on another. And there's another problem, algorithmic opacity. Often we don't know how the AI is using our data. Your medical records could be recombined and sold to determine your insurance rates. A photo you consent to might also capture your friend who didn't consent. Simply adding more data doesn't solve these problems. Sometimes it makes them worse. So why doesn't AI give better advice in English? For the same reason a 1950s camera took better pictures of white people. Both systems were built on a normal defined by the most abundant data available. The Shirley card created a chemical bias. Today's data empires create a digital one. But we're not doomed. There's a way forward. First, better technology. Researchers are developing cross-lingual techniques that let high-resource languages teach low-resource ones without huge new data sets. Second, better data. Community-driven projects are recording indigenous and underrepresented languages, preserving context from the start. And third, better rules. Comprehensive privacy laws like the GDPR give people rights to access and delete their data. New regulations in the European Union and California require AI developers to disclose what data they used. Transparency isn't about crippling innovation, it's about accountability. Bias in our technology reflects biases in our history and our society. Building equitable AI means we can't just look forward at code, we have to look back at ourselves. What other hidden biases do you think are shaping our technology? Tell us in the comments. If you want to understand more about how AI is changing our world, check out the next video. And please subscribe for more deep dives. Thanks for watching.